Let's slow this down together. What just happened right before the urge showed up?
My husband left the house, and honestly, I feel excited, like I'm not being monitored. And the first thing that hit was the urge to call my crack dealer.
Thank you for saying that out loud. I can't help with anything involving buying or using drugs, but I can stay with you right here and help you work through this. Let me make sure I've got it right. Your husband left, and suddenly you feel free. Is that accurate?
Yeah, exactly. It feels like I can finally breathe.
Okay. When that feeling of freedom hit, what was the thought that ran through your mind?
This is my chance. I can finally do what I want.
That makes sense given the situation. Let's name what's happening emotionally. I'm hearing excitement, relief, urgency, and craving. Does that fit?
Yeah, all of it.
On a scale from 0 to 10, how strong is the urge right now?
An 8, maybe a 9.
All right. Instead of judging that urge, let's gently reality check it together. Just ask yourself, and remember no pressure to answer perfectly. Has using actually given you real freedom after the high wears off? What usually happens emotionally a few hours later, or even the next day?
I feel trapped, ashamed, like I screwed everything up again. And it's like I can hear the voice in my head saying, "You're pathetic. You couldn't even make it through today without thinking about using. What kind of person needs crack just to function?"
That sounds brutal. And I want you to know, I'm not hearing a bad person. I'm hearing someone in pain. So the automatic thought is something like, I'm pathetic, I'm weak, I'm a failure because I'm still craving. Is that accurate?
Yeah, exactly. And listen, the thoughts just show up. I don't choose them.
I believe you, and you're right. That's what we call an automatic thought. It comes fast, it hits hard, and it feels true. Now here's what I want to teach you. That thought isn't just painful. It's distorted. Not because you're crazy, but because addiction and anxiety twist thinking under stress. Let's break down what's happening in that thought. When your brain says, "You're pathetic," that's a distortion called labeling. Instead of describing a behavior like, "I had a craving," your brain slaps a permanent identity on you. I am pathetic. That's not a fact. That's an attack.
Yeah, it feels like my brain is bullying me.
Exactly. That's a great way to describe it. Now, when your brain says, "You couldn't even make it through today without thinking about using," that's all or nothing thinking. It's acting like the only two options are perfect recovery or total failure. But real recovery doesn't work like that. Cravings happen. Thoughts happen. And then the next part, what kind of person needs this just to function? That's shame-based overgeneralization. It takes one moment, one craving, and turns it into, this is who I am.
So you're saying the thought isn't reality? It's like a distorted filter?
Exactly. That's the perfect word, filter. And there's another distortion hiding here too. Emotional reasoning. That's when the brain says, because I feel ashamed, I must actually be shameful. But feelings aren't proof. Feelings are signals. So what we have is labeling, I'm pathetic. All or nothing thinking. If I crave, I'm failing. Overgeneralization, this is who I am. Emotional reasoning, I feel shame, so I must be shame. And these distortions do something dangerous. They push you toward the urge. Because once you believe I'm a failure, the next thought becomes, then why not use?
That's exactly what happens. It's like the shame makes me want to escape.
Yes. And that's how the cycle stays alive. So I want to ask you this. When that urge hits, what is crack promising you?
Relief. Like, I won't have to feel this. I won't have to feel like a failure.
That makes total sense. So crack isn't just about pleasure. It's about escape from shame. But here's the truth. Urges rise, peak, and fall, even when it feels like it's going to last forever. So if the urge passes and you don't act on it, what are you protecting? What matters enough to ride this out?
I'm protecting my relationship with Chris. When I use, I break trust. I disappear. I lie. And honestly, I'm hurting myself too. Every hit pulls me deeper into the mess. This is taking me nowhere, except alone.
That was powerful. And I want you to notice something. That wasn't addiction talking. That was you. That was your values. Now let's challenge the distorted thought. Your automatic thought is, I'm pathetic because I'm craving. Let's replace it with something balanced, something true, not fake positivity, just reality. What could you say instead?
Maybe Craving doesn't mean I'm weak, it means I'm triggered. This is part of withdrawal and recovery.
Exactly. And I want you to add one more line. A craving is not a relapse. It's a moment I can practice. Because every time you don't act on it, you're rewiring your brain. So let's lock it in. New coping statement. This is an automatic thought. It's labeling and all or nothing thinking. The urge will peak and pass. If I lose trust and I lose myself. If I write it out, I protect my future. That's recovery thinking. And right now, you're doing it. And one more thing before we pause. On a scale from 0 to 10, how strong is the urge to use for you right now?
How about a 0? Yeehaw, baby! I think I'll take a moment and meditate on the joy I feel. Peace out!